YouTube friends, welcome back to my channel. And if you are new here, hi, my name is Yesenia and I'm back with another video. And this time I want to show you how to make chocoflanes, which is basically the top being a custard and then the bottom would be a chocolate fudge. And of course it's topped with caramel on top of the custard. It's super delicious. I do recommend that you try this at home. And all the ingredients that you'll need are pictured here. You're going to need, for the flan, an evaporated milk, 3 large eggs or 4 medium eggs, and 1 cup of sugar. Also, you'll need just a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. And for the chocolate fudge part, you'll need a Betty Crocker box, chocolate fudge, or it can be just regular chocolate. Super moist is fine. And for that, you'll need 3 large eggs or 4 medium eggs, all at room temperature. And also you'll need a cup of milk and half a cup of vegetable oil. Of course, you need the nonstick spray. Baker's Joy works really well, but here I'm using the butter flavored Great Value nonstick spray. Also, you can go with Pam or just the dollar store one, but I would recommend the Baker's Joy. That is my first preference. Okay guys, so to start you'll need 2/3 of a cup of sugar just for the caramel part, and you'll want to set the temperature to a low setting so the caramel doesn't burn. But basically, once you add in the 2/3 cup of sugar, you'll just mix and mix and mix until you get that light brown caramel consistency, which is more of a runny liquid. So you'll just continue to stir, and it's perfectly fine that it'll eventually come to clumps of sugar. But no worries, you just continue to stir it around, and it's not necessary really to add in water to this. It's just sugar is all you'll need, and mix and mix and mix. Okay, once you no longer see any clumps, you can go ahead and add to your molds. So here I'm using just the bundt molds, and I'm just going to add a dab of that caramel around the top surface. And you want to work quickly with this because the caramel does seize as well. And then of course you just want to maneuver the mold around to get it to all parts of this. And it's also a must to spray down each individual mold so your chocoflans do not stick. The next part comes in making your flan, and you'll want to start by adding in your 3 large eggs into your blender, or you can mix it by hand if you don't have one. And then we're going in with the 1 cup of sugar and your entire can of the evaporated milk. Also the teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, and here I'm using the Molina, but if you don't have this at hand, no worries at all. Great Value brands work just fine for all of the recipes that I make. And the next part is just to blend until the ingredients incorporate. You don't want to overmix, just until it all comes together, and then you'll stop blending. Okay friends, so after mixing the custard part of our Chocoflan, you go in with 1/3 cup of your flan ingredients once you have sprayed all of your molds. Okay, next part is adding in the 3 large eggs or 4 medium eggs. If you don't have large, no problem. And I'm just going to mix. And here I'm going in with the Betty Crocker's chocolate fudge mix. You just want to stir around until it gets all incorporated. And of course, I have added in the 1/2 cup of vegetable oil and the 1 cup of milk. Now to give my mixture more flavor, I am going in with 2 more tablespoons of sugar. Trust me, it makes all the difference by adding that in. Also, one tip, be sure to scrape off the sides when blending all together. So you just want to stop until you no longer see any lumps in your batter. Okay, next step is going in with 1/3 of your chocolate fudge batter into your mold here. And you want to move slowly when adding this in. And you want to do that for all of them. And of course you want to add in hot water to halfway or a little less into the actual pan that you'll have these sit in. And lastly, you want to cover with the aluminum foil. Sorry for the bad view here, but basically I only had a certain amount of molds, so with the additional one I went and made a 6-inch Chocoflan. And instead of mixing more of the caramel, I just went with the Hershey's caramel, and it worked just fine. If you want to skip that step, I totally recommend purchasing the Hershey's caramel syrup and just adding that all the way around in the bottom of your mold. And that completely cuts out having to add in 2/3 cup of sugar and stirring around until all incorporated. And just be sure to add in that hot water into your baking pan. That way this cooks thoroughly, and then it's a must to really tightly seal the aluminum foil so that water does not escape and enter the cake in any way. And lastly, you want to bake your mini chocoflanes for 45 to 50 minutes at 350 degrees. If you are using this recipe for a larger bundt mold, a larger chocoflan, you want to bake it between 60 to 110, 120 minutes, just until the toothpick comes out clean from the mixture. But here are my chocoflanes ready to go. I went ahead and of course let them, sit and cool off for, minimum of 3 to 4 hours. But these were ready to go, and of course you want to cut the top off. Okay friends, so here I have cut off the top part so they lay evenly, and here I'm just putting these into just the clear containers that I purchased off of Amazon. If you'd like the link, I can certainly add that in for you. But these can be easily decorated with whipped cream in the center, and they give it the additional perfect tie to this delicious dessert. You can also add in glazed strawberries and peach or even kiwis. That gives it so much more of a pretty view. And this is how my chocoflan is turned out. If you wanted to offer these to sell, you could probably have them run anywhere from $4 to $4.50, depending on your area. But I hope you liked this video. If so, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to follow me on TikTok and Instagram under Jessie's Creations. I would so appreciate that. And definitely subscribe to this channel. Turn that notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos and tutorials. But I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.